Good morning, teacher and classmates. Today we are presenting the chapter First Director of the Daughters of Charity.
Porter was the first director of the Daughters of Charity, a service he performed until his death. Some important events in the history of the society, such as the collapse of the urn in 1642, and even reports on the material arrangement to be made in the mother house, are transmitted first-hand by Porter to Vincent de Paul. When visiting the houses, as was the case in Angers in 1646, Father Portail left them in writing a series of ordinances or recommendations on behalf of Monsignor Vincent. There are 23 points that perfectly reflect the vocation of the Daughters of Charity, in a sort of revision of its essential elements. It could be valid at any other time in the history of the company.
He is trusted with the task of preaching to them in retreats or in the explanation of the vows. Portiel's opinion is a weighty argument in decisions. Louis consulted him about the situation of specific sisters. In these communications, relating them to those of Vincent, he gives the impression that the society is the work of all three of them. They are completely dedicated to the work of building it up and consolidating it. A sister, giving testimony after Lucy's death, confirms God wanted to show very well in our dear mother the detachment of persons, because during all her illness she never once saw our good father, not Mr. Portal. These two persons whom she loved so tenderly, I leave you to imagine what a great sorrow for her. These were the letters that Luisa de Marillac wrote to Portoil in the 1650s.
Mr. Porteo, by the grace of God, is also in good health, although he has had a bad cold. We need to ask God to preserve both of us for his greater glory. We have many reasons to thank our Lord for the health that his goodness grants you, for we are in great need of you. I know that your heart, overflowing with charity, will accept the most humble graces of our sisters, and mine that I come to offer you for the holy admonitions and testimony of benevolence that you have given us in the general letter to all, and in the particular one to me, which have been for us of great joy and consolation.
In the name of God, sir, I beg you not to contribute on your part to delay it any longer, so that when it pleases the Providence to show us mercy, we may enjoy it. When visiting the houses as happening in Angers, 1646, Father Portel left them in writing a series of ordinances of recommendation on behalf of Monsieur Vincent. They are 22 points which perfectly reflect the vocation of the Doctor of Charity. I humbly beg you, Monsieur, to give me good thanks to make up for our ingratitude. What listen your humility teaches my pride.